in New Delhi. So I was there at one point sitting like you guys are, not too long ago, I'm not that old. So I did my commerce and business, and from there, from high school, I went to the United States, and then I did my bachelor's in business management, and entrepreneurship, and now I'm doing my master's, like I said. So I was told to come here, speak with all of you guys, learn, exchange viewpoints. Like he said, that there's a lot of students going abroad studying, and I'm very happy to hear that. A few points I would like to mention on what I'm doing and what some opportunities where each one of you can contribute towards. So first is that nonprofit management. Who has an idea of what nonprofit management is? Anyone? No one? Okay. The nonprofit management, two things. Nonprofit means the charity work, the relief work. Kerala right now faces the floods, as all of you know. So we were a part of a nonprofit, the Youth Trust, that distributed food items and household items where we helped the people who were affected. That is what charity does, and that's in a framework legality-wise called nonprofit work. Why nonprofit? I don't like to say the word nonprofit because it symbolizes something that's not for profit. It's like saying that, hi, my name is Tayyib, and I'm not a woman. It actually doesn't make sense. So, nonprofit is what I like to say for purpose. There's two types of businesses. And who's doing commerce here? Commerce science? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. So science students, I need to get more scientific then. Okay, so nonprofit in business and commerce, I'll teach you a little bit of commerce now. In business, there's two types: for-profit and non-profit. For-profit is basically the corporate businesses. You manufacture something, you give a service or a product. That's for-profit. Non-profit is the opposite of it, but I would like to call it for-purpose. So for-profit and for-purpose. For-purpose organizations are those that do something that benefits the community, the society. So if someone has a newspaper, and that newspaper is spreading good news, what's happening around Kerala, what's happening around India or the world, that is a for-purpose business because it's helping the community in one way. This is not only happening in India, but it's happening all across the world, where organizations are now switching from for-profit to for-purpose. Why? Because it adds goodwill, which is it adds a little more respect and trust for the organization and what they do, and it also adds a few more business elements, which I won't get into much, but for that sake, it's much needed and appreciated within the community. Now, for-purpose is not a company. Any one of you guys can start it. And that's what I'm doing in my master's in nonprofit management. So that was the nonprofit side. Management is, for example, the people here that are managing the school, the management staff, the organizations here. That's part of the management curriculum. That's built. So one thing I would like to encourage every one of you guys here is that to get into some type of field that serves the community, that helps it. It's type of a for-purpose business. Now, all of you are science students, right? So for science, there's lots of things that can be done in terms of business and in terms of nonprofit, which is called social businesses. Now, for example, there is this organization in Florida, in the United States, what it does is basically it uses biology, it uses chemicals and chemistry to build crops that are more better in their taste, in their quality, and they serve it to low privileged communities. So for example, that's science, right? That's not business, but that is a social purpose science organization. So they do research on what's good for the community. For example, I went to the Bahamas. And in the Bahamas, there was one organization, the problem that they have is everyone's fat. Because you would think Bahamas is a tropical island, it's like this beauty, right? But people eat, and then they just become fat. Which surprises me because it's such a beautiful place, you should be outside, running, playing. But no, they're very fat. So that organization, what they did was they encouraged people people to go out, walk, and make their own crops, add those scientific elements to it. For example, so not a fertilizer, but another component to it. Now that's a social purpose business, where he turns that one business and he served it in a way that community became better. Does that make sense? Yes? So that's one type of social purpose business. There's another one, who knows what Tom Shoes is? Tom Shoes, no one? No? Okay. I'll give you an example of that. Tom Shoes is a company that manufactures shoes in the United States, right? You can get the shoes over here too in India. What they did was that this guy, he went to Argentina, in South America, and he saw that the children over there had no shoes when they went to school. So they were going barefoot, and it's raining, it's bad weather, they were getting injured and diseases, bad things. So what he did was he went back to the States, he started a company where he manufactured the shoes, and he made this one model which is called 1 for 1. 1 for 1 means that you buy one shoe, and I will give one shoe to that person or that kid in that school in Argentina. People appreciated that. Many people bought those shoes. You today, if you go on Tom Shoes online on the website or to a store here, then you can see, you can buy that shoe, and one shoe would be donated to a child in Argentina. Again, that's a 1 for 1 model. That's a social purpose business. So what I encourage everyone is that you're in science field. Nonprofit doesn't have to be a different field. You don't have to basically study. I'm studying it to further my knowledge in it. But you, as science students, can contribute in something that can help the community. Especially what's happening right now in Kerala. It's the worst floods in 100 years, right? So you, your father, mother, no one has seen any type of flood like this. That's why it's important as a young generation that we can come up and solve these problems. Kerala will give some time to rebuild. Houses are destroyed, some communities, many of your friends may be suffering. So to encourage that bottom-up approach where we can contribute towards something that helps the society, that is the key of future generations, and that's the key of sustainability. So that something again happens, then one person stands up like, okay, I'm from science, the crops are destroyed, I know what to do, I'm going to start this social purpose business, I'm going to help that community. And charity doesn't mean that lots of money comes in and then someone gives it to the poor. It's not a one-way process, it's a circle, it's a loop, where you take the money, or you take the resources, or you give your time, help, volunteer, go out, and then it's a community team effort where you can build it together. So that's a little message that I have. That's what I'm learning. I'm no expert, right, like your teachers over here, but I'm here starting to learn, getting into this field, and I hope that all of you learn something that's helping the community over here and help contribute towards something that's better for the community in Kerala. Thank you. Thank you for your time.